witches, how you doing today? We are back with another video, and this week is kind of a mini double whammy. We're doing our plan with me for the week of Easter, which I'll explain in a minute. And we're also going to discuss the links between Easter and Ostara, or the lack of links thereof. A little bit of controversy for you all. So, yeah, we're going to get into that. But before we do, for those of you who are new around here, my name is Teo. Welcome to the channel. We talk about all things witchcraft, including witchy planning videos. And for those of you who are returning viewers, maybe coming in from another video, welcome back. I so appreciate the support. Please, all of you, consider subscribing. It's a really great way to help us build the channel. So, this week we are going to plan for April 11th through the 17th. It is actually the 16th today. I am a week behind on my planning, which is definitely throwing my days off. So today we are going to get this done. The reason that I'm not just going to skip this week entirely and just start next week is because I have this beautiful kit by Design Lovely Studio. You can find them on Etsy, Design Lovely Studio. And isn't this beautiful for Easter? This is Easter and spring birds, Easter blossom, butterflies, sunshine flowers. I love it. It's so pretty with the green. I love the green rain boots, the little baby ducks, bunnies, you name it. So we are actually going to use this kit this week, the week of Easter. And yeah, while we are getting that done, we will talk a little bit about the Easter-Ostara debacle, she calls it. So we'll get into that. But first, what I'm going to do is I am going to lay down some washi. I'm going to do this off camera. I'm going to lay down some washi and some headers and just sort of get this whole plan with me started, just so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me lay washi, which can take a while and is super boring. So once I get that done, we will be back and we will lay down some stickers and have a little chit chat. All right, so we've got all of our washi laid down and I put in all the headers. So we're going to go ahead, take this off the rings and lay this out that away. And then we'll lay this out, make it a little easier to plan on. All right, so while we are going through and laying down all the main stickers, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the Easter-Ostara debacle. So this is not my information. This is sort of a recap of what I learned in a very interesting podcast on, her podcast is called Hex Positive by Bree NicGarran. And she is part of the Nerd and Tie podcast network. And she had an episode on April 1st, episode 28, which was titled The Easter-Ostara Debacle. So I'll be honest, if I can link this for you, I will link this in the description box below. If I can figure out how to do that, because she explains this way better than I ever could. She's done all the research. This is just sort of me regurgitating in short form what I learned while listening to this podcast. So, you often hear, right, the pagan community in general, the witchy community, right, Ostara, you know, it was stolen by the church and all the atrocities of the church. One of them was that they stole Easter from the pagans, when in fact they did not. So there is actually no evidence to suggest that Easter is a reworking of any sort of pagan rite in spring. Not that pagans didn't have spring rites, and maybe they had one called Ostara, which is actually very much up for debate. And again, in her podcast, she goes into all the real details about who said what, when things were linked together and how it all works. But basically, Easter is based off of a Jewish holiday called Passover. It is not stolen from some ancient pagan rite that we should have known about. And I think that oftentimes, and she talks about this in the podcast, and I agree, is that we hear something in the community and we don't challenge the veracity of what we're hearing, right? Somebody told me Easter is a stolen holiday, and you know what? It kind of lends itself nicely to this, like, we all sort of like to be the victim a little bit, right? We like to be persecuted a little bit. It's kind of, I think, a little bit subconscious, but we like this idea that, like, they stole that from us. We did it first. And when it comes to Easter, that is not actually the case. And she actually makes a very good argument that to say so actually diminishes the, what shall we call it? It diminishes the contributions of the Jewish faith and the Jewish community to history. It's a fascinating read, a fascinating listen. So I am going to link it down below. It is the Hex Positive podcast with Bree NicGarran, episode 28 on April 1st, called The Easter-Ostara Debacle. And she brings the receipts, she brings the research, she's done the work, and I have to say that she swayed my opinion. I agree with her in what she's saying. And she's saying that, there very well could have maybe been some type of a spring rite in pagan, in the pagan communities. She's not saying that there wasn't one, but that it wasn't necessarily stolen to become Easter. Easter was actually scheduled and based upon the Jewish festival of Passover. So, great listen. I will link it down in the description below for you, and give it a listen and see if it might not just sway your opinion. So, into the planning, I've laid all of the main, everybody down, all the main blocks. So now we're going to go through and put in all of the different things that happened or need to happen during the week. So, don't mind the crinkling. That's just me pulling off the actual stickers. So on Mondays, we have work. So I like to put down a little box so I can track when I work, when till when, as well as having a little checklist in there. Then on Tuesday, I had coming the couch people. So we'll put a sticker there. Oops, there's a little bit of cat hair. My goodness, cat hair everywhere, people. All right, we'll lay that one down. Then on Wednesday, we had a video to do. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that down. I have one for the video on Wednesday. On Thursday, we have a couple things. I had to work on Thursday, so we will lay that down. Another little work with a checklist. And I also have book club for the guild on Thursday evening. So we will add in a guild box here. So what I like to do is, as I go through, like, my videos will each have the same box. My guild activities will each use the same kind of box. My other activities will each use the same kind of box. And it sort of keeps a bit of consistency when you look through the days. So on Friday, I had two things on Friday, and I don't remember what they were. I have one on Friday for something that happened on Friday, and then one on Friday for the Witchery Market, which, and again, see, I didn't have my planner done. I typically advertise my guild at the Witchery Market, and it totally slipped my mind that the market was this weekend, so I missed out on a really great opportunity there to advertise my guild. On Saturday, we'll put down another video box. And, oh, we have to put down a weekend banner for Saturday and Sunday. I love having weekend banners, just in case I forget that it's the weekend. Haha, funny joke. And we also have, so this is today's video. That is this Plan With Me video right here. And I also had today at 1 o'clock, I had to go and we did a dog walking date with the guild. Now, coming up tomorrow, which is Easter, which is kind of marked with this big sticker, but I'm going to put in a big family time sticker. So I made this from the kit using one of these big boxes, and then I cut out their family, she's like family time, a whole bunch of different super cute little days and stuff. So I cut out the family time sticker and used that here, as well as going into, we will have another walk in the park. It's like the date night with me and my husband there. Then I've got to go through, and on each day there is astrological happenings. So I put these at the end of each day. So we'll go through and we'll add on all of these little stickers. Oh, crinkly ASMR. That's what we're going to pretend. Okay, friends? We're going to put one in here. We'll put one in here. We'll put this cute, look at this cute little one. It's got like a little ducky on it. Isn't that cute? Put that in here. And we have one more down here. Now, the other thing now is we've got some empty spaces, so I like to go back and fill those in with a little bit of, they had some nice filler stickers. So we'll go ahead and just start adding in some of those stickers. One there. Where else did we have one? One here. No, we'll put it down here. Put one more over at the end of the day on Friday, just to start filling up some of that white space. And then the other thing that you get with the kit is these really cute little, they're like washi strips, but it's not enough washi to, like, you know, I use them as like place fillers. So I will go ahead and pop some of these in to fill up some of this blank space that we've got going on. So let's peel this. And we'll put this guy down here. Just as a way to, yeah, fill up some of the white space, because I don't like having so much white space in the planner. Now I just had another idea that I could have gone right across the whole thing there. Oop. So we're going to lift this. We're going to try and lift this anyways. Oops, as I rip it. Let's go ahead and see if we can lay this down over here. Oops. That one can go there. And instead, why don't we take this right across the whole thing? Yeah, that works. And then we will go ahead and use the flowered one to fill in this space down here. And so now we have what looks to be a fairly full week of fun things to do. The only place I've got some space is over here now, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to put in here. I used to put in some tracking for my exercises, for my water intake, and I'm going to be honest, I wasn't using it. They say it takes 21 days to make a habit. I went 35 days of daily, well, almost daily, doing some basic like exercises for core strengthening. And you know what? I don't even know what happened. They just all of a sudden haven't done them in like 4 weeks. So there's no point in putting anything there. So I'm going to have to think about what to put into this side panel. It would be a good place to use some more of these strips maybe and put like something decorative in there, but I'm not really sure what yet. So there you have it. That is our week somewhat planned out. I just have to go through and write in all of the goodness now, and I'll probably bring in a few little rose gold elements to sort of jazz it up a little bit and add a little bit of sparkle to it. But that is the week, our Easter week. So what are you guys doing for Easter? Leave me a comment. Do you celebrate Easter? I do. We live in Canada. It's a stat holiday, and my kids love Easter baskets and Easter egg hunts. So that's what we do, and we do it more as like a celebration of the spring rather than the resurrection of Christ. Yeah. So that's sort of what we've got going on. Let me know in the comments what you've got going on. I will link that podcast for you. And otherwise, yeah, thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you in the next one.